Hey, good morning, you guys. Welcome back to Southern Latitudes. I'm Robin, and I garden in East Central Florida, and I want to do a post-freeze follow-up for you. I actually tried to do this 2 to 3 days ago. I think it's probably more 3 days ago, and I don't know what happened. It's a technical issue. So the camera went ahead and filmed like the first 7 to 10 seconds, and the other 7 minutes of the video gone, just not even there. I don't know what happened to it. I went back, checked the SD card, and sorry, it just didn't do it. And I'm just now getting back out here again, which it's much warmer now than it was. Today's going to be beautiful. Eventually we'll head to 70. I think we're right around the 60-degree mark right now, which is just perfect. We're gonna go put the walls up and all that on the coop. We bought supplies. I'll show you more about that in a minute. And so it's perfect, cool working weather. I might even have to change into a t-shirt. So anyhow, let me discuss with you what happened. So on that Friday night, going into Christmas Eve, we made it to about 32 degrees in my yard. Now, some other people got it a little bit colder, and just west of here, south of here, you know, I'm stuck in this wonderful little microclimate because we have a lot of very tall trees around my street and the street next to us. And so that really helped. Oh, there's a squirrel up there. And so I stayed right at 32 and nothing actually froze. So I did nothing all day Christmas Eve. We were baking, we were preparing for stuff. Then Jack and I went out on our, I call it the mystery Christmas Eve date. And I didn't know what was going on. He wanted to surprise me. We did the Gaylord ice show where it was the Grinch, and it was like -15 in there. It was totally freezing. I felt for you people that are up there in the Midwest and the North and Buffalo. I have family in Buffalo. Oh my gosh, I totally could feel your pain. By the time we walked through all that, it was only like 15 minutes or 20 minutes or so in there. And we were absolutely freezing. I couldn't feel my fingers with gloves on. That's how cold they keep the ice. So that was really, really cool. And then we came home, went to bed, woke up the next morning. I was like, that was much colder. I didn't go to Weather Underground and check, but I would assume we went at least to 31. And not that that's a big difference, but that's enough for some plants, right? So what happened is that my bananas actually went from pretty green to, they darkened up just a little bit. Most of you already know that's going to happen, but if you're new to Florida, you might not know. See how they, the fringe is from the hurricanes, Hurricane Ian and Nicole. But see how it's just a slightly darker coloration right there? That's from the light frost or light freezing. So that, I mean, that was just a little bit there. The Barbados cherry did completely fine in that weather. And let's go look at some other things. The green stalks did extremely well. I didn't even cover them. And surprisingly, oregano wasn't covered either, and it just loved it. We're now over here in the house garden. And sorry, I got the water going. I don't know if you can see that, but it's spraying. Let me walk past that. Did you guys get wet? Okay. So in here we did pretty good. We basil, that's kind of expected. Even though that was covered, that definitely, you know, came very close to biting the dust. I should have picked it because I was making pizza and everything, and raviolis, and that would have been wonderful in there. Anything that was touching, for example, anything that was touching the plastic or the sheets still got hit a little bit, but that doesn't mean your plant is going to die. You can just cut it back. New growth will happen on it. Even if you don't cut it back, new growth will happen, and it'll just continue on, and hopefully we don't have other freezes into the spring. You know, but the odds are pretty good. We might have at least one more freeze. So let me show you. See how we have like 4 really nice bean plants, and then we lost one and lost one, and then we have a nice bean plant, and then we lost a couple. This one, the jury's still out. It might have bit it. And then we have a couple more good ones. Then we lost some. It's very, very strange how it alternated on the beans like that. And then this is a bit of a weedy mess. There's beans in there drying. I'm collecting the seed on them. So that's why I didn't get in there. Oh, I could do it now, or as soon as Jack goes back to work. The radishes, excellent. Didn't cover these at all. The bunching onions. Uh-oh, a chicken got in there yesterday. They did not get covered. Did great. I actually didn't cover the beans either, or the lettuce. I did cover all the tomatoes. The new lettuce and the celery look great. Look absolutely great. So overall, I'm pretty pleased in here. The basil's to be expected. I'm actually ordering new basil seed because I'm not sure. I guess I haven't been collecting basil seed, and so I'm completely out of that. And then, oh, the eggplant survived too, but it was covered. Asparagus were uncovered. This whole bed needs some love. I was collecting seeds. I think all the seeds are gone, and threw another bunch of blooms, but I think I gave that frond to Lulu the other day. But yeah, the whole bed can be cleaned out right there. Now this is salsa garden, and I did cover this tomato and this tomato. Now this tomato is already kind of on its last leg. It's a determinate, and it has already put out several tomatoes, so it's probably not going to make it. This looks pretty wilty. The other one looks fantastic, and the peas I didn't worry about at all. I didn't worry about the roselle or the sweet potatoes, which are kind of near the ground anyhow, most of them. Whatever's up here on the cattle panel is probably going to die anyhow, just because I pulled the actual sweet potatoes out. So anything that's still alive is actually found a place to root in the ground. And the roselle did fine. I can't believe that, because that's a summer crop. But my roselle that are remaining right there, great. Onions, Swiss chard, kohlrabi, great. The bergamot, lemon bee balm, I don't know. Y'all, I still have a lot of growing in that area. I did collect a lot of leaves for tea. The Biden's elba is on the outside. I didn't try to grow that. That's just a natural weed, and it likes to be next to the other herb. Bok choy, none of that was covered. Did great, super great. And I just got done watering in here. This, which I am still not 100% certain what it is. It's setting fruit, but this is not an Everglades tomato. So I'm assuming the way the pattern of these are, perhaps it is a Campari, you know, because I had a lot of different tomato plants in here last winter, and this volunteered up, so maybe I dropped and squashed some Campari seeds into the ground. But anyhow, it's very welcomed, and it wants to sprawl. But anyhow, the way it's setting fruit and flowers, I think that's probably going to be in the Campari family. Anyhow, so back to this. I never covered the cucumbers at all. I totally expected them to die. They survived the first night just fine, right at the 32 mark. And then they kind of fizzled on the 31 degree mark, 30 to 31. So that is what it is. I pulled all the big cucumbers. Look, that one's kind of squishy. Let's see. Oh, there's a big cucumber I missed. This one looks more like a pickling variety. This one on the end was supposed to be a market more. I don't know if that's just because of the lack of water or whatever. Look, there's still cucumber right there. That's pretty cool. And then I had my Bennery giant zinnias reseed themselves. They scattered themselves along the fence there. So a couple of them, just in case you're interested, a couple of them made that freeze kind of mark, made it through that. The plants did. I was pretty impressed. Maybe that's because they're low down. They're low down. I mean, you know, low to the ground. All the fruit trees, the peach, avocado, black sapote, nectarine, sweet almonds, not a fruit tree. The plum. Up front here's a beautyberry. All those did well. Look at that. Is that pushing new growth? At the very tippy tops of that. Don't push new growth yet. Not yet. It's not your time. The fig did okay. Crunchy a little bit, but the plant's going to survive no problem. The mulberries looking great. Look about the same. I don't know if I ever showed you this, but I have a bay laurel, which is a bay leaf tree, and I did strip a few down there for cooking. This is just what I call a smoothie garden, and it needs to be super cleaned out. I did pull a couple of the blueberries from down there. I need to finish pulling the blueberries from up here, and then we're going to clean this whole bed up and put something else in. Put the blueberries on irrigation in another location. The mango was covered. This is a Pickering mango. It was covered, did great. The strawberries were covered. I have the berry treasure here with the red bloom, and then I have the ever sweet everbearing, which did, I thought, pretty good. This one looks a little darker, but I think all of them survived. And aloe looks good. The oregano. Oh, here's the blueberries that I did pick. And they were starting to come back to life a little bit with all the extra watering they were getting right before the frost. I haven't done any hand watering yet this week. Pineapple guava, Mexican cream guava. The pineapples, which you can see there, and there's another one by the house garden, all did excellent. This is the Lady Margaret passion vine. It did great. My bromeliad's not supposed to be blooming till spring, but it early bloomed. This is miracle fruit, and look, even with fruit on it, it did well through that frost. I did not cover that. The only thing in my rows, and lots of weeds, but the only thing that did get covered was my Piper nigrum, which is a peppercorn, and peanut butter tree did good. Look, it's even got fruit on it. Survived all through the temperatures. Look at this. This is my ruby red grapefruit. I don't think there's any bees out here to pollinate this. I think they've said, no, we're not going. But that's there. I have turmeric, Turk's cap hibiscus. What are you doing over here? That's a passion fruit. I'm going to have to pull that. That can't go right there. If it was a little closer to the fence, I would say yeah, yay. But it isn't. My African potato mint looks like it suffered a little bit. Didn't like that cold. And then starfruit looks good. I have fruit. Yeah, I got fruit right there. Did well all the way down to freezing. Yep. I know there's more fruit than that. I just don't want to take the time to go look for them. They're in there somewhere. Elderberry did great. That's all that up here. Longevity spinach in here. I'm kind of giving you a garden tour while we're at it. This is the berry patch. Needs a lot of love. That's also on the slated very top of the list, in the top 3 areas. Moringa, which doesn't love to be super frosted, but it did well being underneath all of these pines. So I thought I was going to lose all of these. Oh man, I take moringa every day. It does amazing stuff for my inflammation. Here's some more Piper nigrum, peppercorn. And this one did good too. It was also wrapped and covered at least at the base to protect it. So if I have to, I can start again. What else? I have something that germinated over here, and I have no idea. I thought it was like a marigold, but now I see it's true leaf. It's not marigold. I'm gonna have to rip all that out. And a couple more of those, whatever, arrowroot vine is what somebody told me. That's not been confirmed, but yeah, I gotta get those out of here before they start climbing again. I eradicated a bunch of the vines that were going up the tree. So obviously I missed some roots that were stuck in the ground. I got to get those. Oh, I didn't show you the key lime, but here's one of the 2 Meyer lemons, and then I have 1 key lime. All did great. Papaya, I picked a papaya. So I had a papaya right before the storm going yellow. I picked it, and yesterday we just saw those little, I don't know, worms, larvae crawling out of it. So I don't know, that stinging wasp that stings into the fruit. Yeah, I got my papaya again. The Mexican sunflower did not love the cold. Yeah, a little bit frost sensitive. It's okay. I don't think you can kill this stuff, and I might even cut it back. Look at how nice it is on the lower part. So we may just take off the top part. There's no sense in keeping all that. This is my Gromachami cherry, and we're hoping to see some good fruit this year on it. It's got a little bit more waxy leaf. Look, it turned a little bit yellowy. Uh-oh, it didn't. So it tolerated the frost. In fact, you know, I don't know, I forgot to say this, you guys, but there was actual reports in Cocoa, Titusville, Merritt Island, Rockledge, and Palm Bay, I think, that they got snow. I didn't see it with my own eyes. I'm in the general vicinity and I did not see it, but there's video of it, and I even saw that it made the national news that we got snow in Brevard County. So that's pretty cool. But like I said, I didn't see it here, and you know, but this is just a sign that the plant has been under some stress. Let's go up to the front. I'm going to show you these bananas. These are Grand Nain bananas, and they did really good. They're not even burnt up in the tips. So the oak canopy here really did help them survive the whatever, you know, cold weather that was underneath, that could put, well, no, it helped them survive whatever cold weather was above, and kind of gave like a blanket, a natural blanket. So I still have all 3 of my racks in here. That's pretty cool. And I have a 3rd one here, and then where are you? You're back there hiding. And again, my bromeliads are blooming when they're not supposed to for like 2 or 3 more months. That's pretty cool. 2 more turmeric. I have ginger, wasn't even covered in here. And my alamanda, no, acha, sorry. So I really need to get, take it out of this pot and get, that's also project number 3 right here. We're gonna totally clean up this area and get my ginger going in here. I have ginger spotted all throughout, and I want to put it in one location, keep my eye on it, and just make an actual bed out of this. Remove all that vine. That's golden pothos vine right there. I wish it had died, but it didn't. There's a little bit more ginger right there. Ah, got attacked by the banana tree and something dangling. Fig doing really good. This is, which one are you? Chicago Hardy? I keep saying I'm going to put a label here, and I don't. It's either Chicago Hardy or brown turkey. Nothing was covered at all in my front gardens, and the carrots thrived. They did completely well. The nasturtiums got a little toasty. I knew they would, being in this unprotected corner that doesn't have any overstory. And the butterfly pea curled up, not doing real good. It's time for me to pick all these peas off, put some, you know, podcast in my ears, and just come up here and pull the peas and pull a lot of this dead stuff. So that'll be an upcoming video, I'm sure. The Alabama butter beans, look at that, aren't they cute? Cute decorations. These things grew in the heat of Florida summer, and I took them all the way down because I was going to rip them out, and I took away the dead, dying part, you know, that got all crunchy in the heat. And then I started watering them. While I was watering, it was accidental watering. I was watering the carrots, and I was watering the peas, and all of a sudden the butter beans came back to life. It was really cool about that. And let me hop over to carrots. I've been real careful not to walk on that bed. So you can see, I don't know, can you see that? peas. The peas are, they're still little. Can you see the shadow? Yeah, so they're in there, really little, but I can't believe it. They're growing peas in the dead of Florida winter, which is not snow, but you know, look at this, uncovered in the frost. I'm Alabama butter beans. I couldn't ask for a better vegetable. Carrots are good. They're getting some, I bet there's some that are close to picking. I haven't really examined that, but look at that. Ooh, nice. I might pull a few. Let's go on, continue on through here. This is oxalis, which is a weed, but I leave it because the bees really love it. So, and it's a purple bloom, as you can see. It's kind of shut for now. But the purple bloom next to the orange bloom was so beautiful last year, I decided to leave it again. So these are Alaska peas. We're going to talk about them next. And you don't have to worry about your peas. Look at that. Now look at that little shadow in there. They're also still babies. This one's getting a little bigger. But anyhow, they're doing really good. They'll continue all the way. Oh, when did I lose them last year? April or May? These things are workhorses in the garden. And I got a lot of peas out of probably less than a cattle panel's worth last year. So I have this cattle panel, and then I have a new cattle panel in the back with, now those are probably only 2 feet high, so they're still young. But yeah, if we get 2 cattle panels going, we'll end up getting a lot better harvest. Plus I can always add to that. Over here's my brassicas, again not covered, nothing was covered. So there are gaps in here, and I do need to re-sow. I've had a struggle with bugs and Buddy and something chewing, that might have been slugs, chewed on these. So they survived it, but they've been stunted, as you can see. I don't have any heads in here. Okay, so let me tell you, these are snow crown cauliflowers. Then I have twister cauliflower. I have Godzilla broccoli, sorry. I have red express cabbage, and then I have over, so my capture cabbage are gone, I think, for the most part. Then I have stonehead cabbage. That might be stonehead also. I lost my trap crop, which was a Napa cabbage. And then I lost all but one of the dead-on cabbage, which is the green with the purple vein. And then I have some more snow crown in here, just filling in the gaps. The same. And then I had a bunch of collards in here, along with the squash was really close in here. Some overlapped. So this one with the overlapping survived. And that one down there is really good. I threw new seed out. Let's get you closer. And so the new seed are kind of getting there, and what I need to do is spread them out now, put them on drip lines and spread them out. But you know, I'm trying to just get through the holidays first. Here's some more Alaska peas. Those look good. Those came like a week after the other ones, but they're up there. Fennel looks really good. I did 2 fennel transplants, and I see I lost one, but the other one's looking great. Over here is house garden. Again, not covered. Nothing was covered over here. And so it has done really well. It's got a mixture of lettuces. It's mostly greens in here. So the lettuces, we've got the mustard greens, the Japanese red giant. We have celery right behind it in there. The 4 o'clocks. We've got borage. Kale down here. It's kind of mixed in with some weeds. So we had the carrots come through. Those were the Kuroda carrots, which are a beautiful carrot. The carrots down there, those are Hercules. And then look what started happening. Those Danvers half longs, that the seed was really old, they're starting to germinate. So that's crazy good. Really excited about that. Over here I had the King Richard leeks, and I don't see evidence of them yet. So maybe a couple more waterings and they'll pop up. I haven't been watering through the coldest of the holiday. The cilantro's in, the 3 rows of cilantro, well, 2.5 of cilantro are in. The spinach is up, coming down here. The bouquet dill is up. The parsley is not up. That's another one not working for me. Again, old seed, or just might need more time, more water. And I really do love that baby spinach is looking so good. Over here, my katuk looks a little dry. It didn't really love it, and I forgot to cover this. The ciso spinach looks good here and here. This is the chief whatever, the edible leaf spinach. Looks good. I did cover it. That's why these leaves are smushed. They're kind of going wonky. And the Mexican shrimp plant had a cover, but the wind blew it off. But it managed to survive anyhow. So, anyhow, you guys, that's it. It was a little mixture of a post-frost, post-freeze update, plus a little garden tour in there for you. And you got to see how everything did. So I hope you guys did well in your gardens and that you had wonderful holidays. And we will see you in the new year. Bye.